Today we're going to be talking about two things. One is to activate a membership when someone wants to have access to your phone directory page and they fill out the form. You will get an email saying that someone is trying to get access to that page, and when you get that email, what you're going to do is get into your dashboard. You're going to go down to this part here where it says WP Membership. You're going to click on Members, and you're going to see all the different people who have tried to get access to your to that page. I'm going to go into one right here, and whoever wanted to, whoever had signed up for the form that you got the email for, you would go into their name. You would see their name right here. You go into their name and you would go over to this part here where it says Edit. You would click on Edit. You would go down here to where this bar here, when they first sign up, would say Pending. You're going to change that to Active. And then you're going to click on this button here which says Notify User. Then you would go down to the bottom and click on Edit User. Then that would give that person the ability to get into the phone directory page. The next thing that I'm going to show you how to do is to add new members to the phone directory page. In order to do that, what you're going to do is go to this part here where it says Connections. You're going to go to Manage. And here's all the people here, there aren't any right now, who are in your phone directory, who are going to be on your phone directory page. So to add a new person, what you're going to do is go up here to Add New. Click on that. And then you're going to come to a page like this, and you're going to fill out all the information that you want to about that person. Going to click on, we'll fill in the first name. We'll just call this person Tom. Last name Smith. We'll just create an imaginary person for our purposes. If you want to give him a title, whatever organization he's a part of or department, you can do that. And the next thing you do is you just scroll down the page to the different sections here. If you want to add an image, you can click on Choose File. This takes you to your computer. You just navigate to the place where the picture of the person is, click on the picture, and then click on Open. And that will put the picture alongside the person's name in the directory. I'm not going to do that, so I'm going to click on Cancel. And I just sort of walk down this list here. If you wanted to add an address, you click on this down arrow and click on Add Address. You have choices here when you add the address, whether or not it's the person's home address, work, school, or other. We're going to say this is the person's home address, and then we're going to, I'm not going to actually fill this out, but you could fill in the address, and that would appear on the phone directory page also. I'll click on this up arrow to close this box, and the next thing is phone numbers. If you wanted to add a phone number, just click on the Add Phone Number button, and then you would just add the phone number. And if the person had an email address, you could click on the down arrow here, click on Add an Email Address. And again, you're going to see some choices. It could be the person's personal email or their work email. We're going to select personal email, and then you would just fill that in here, and that would also appear on the phone directory page. We're not going to do that. We'll just add the phone number for this person. You could also add social media links if they had some, by doing the same thing that we did before. When we're done with the information, we just click on Add Entry. And now if we go to the actual phone directory page and click on refresh, we're going to see this person added to the phone directory, Tom Smith, and the phone number here. So that's how that works. I'm going to go back to the dashboard in this page here. Now say Tom Smith was part of a family. Say he had a wife named Mary Smith. What we would do is we would go back to Connections and then Manage. We would click on Add New. And we're going to add his wife. We're going to say her name is Mary Smith. And again, you'd fill out any of her information here. Again, you could just scroll down and put in all her different information here. When you're done with that, you're going to click on Add Entry again. When this wheel stops turning, we're going to go back to the actual page. And when we refresh the page, you're going to see that Mary Smith now appears with Tom Smith. And again, we said they're part of a family, so what we can do too is we can add their family here. We can click on Manage. And now when we click on Add New, you see over in this box to the right you have a choice of whatever you add here. Could be an individual, which is what we've been doing. Tom Smith and Mary Smith are individuals, so we have, this is what comes up by default. But if we want to add their family, we're going to click on this dot right here. And now we see we have the choice to add a family name. So we're going to call this the Smith family. And we're going to add the family members to this family. So we click on Add Relation here. And we have two boxes, two drop downs. I'm going to click on the first one. And you would have all the different individuals that you had added up to this point. For this family, I'm going to want to add Tom Smith to the family. So I click on his name. His name appears here. And Tom Smith is the husband, so I'm just going to click on this down arrow. Scroll down to where it says husband. Click on that. And there's two people to this family, so I'm going to click on Add Another Relation. I'm going to click on the down arrow again, click on Mary Smith. And Mary Smith is the wife, so I'm going to select wife here. And now when I click on Add Entry, the family has been added. So when I go back here to the actual page, click on Refresh. Now we see the Smith family is here, and we see Tom Smith and Mary Smith are part of the family. So that's how you would add a family to this page. If you wanted to just put the phone number and email addresses for the family here, you could do that too. So we're going to go back to the dashboard. We're going to go back to Manage. And we're going to go to the Smith family, and we're going to edit these results. We're going to, again, we can fill out any information for the family that we want to. We can have a family picture, add it here. We can add the address here, same as we did with the individual. And we can also add phone numbers. So say we want to add a family phone number. So we put that in here, and then we click on Update. And now when we go back to the actual directory page, we see that the phone number has been added to the family, so that becomes a family phone number. So that's how we add individuals and families to your phone directory page.